BNB, we start with 1 hour chart. Okay, if we refer to our analysis in my last video, when the price was here, we mentioned about the different possibility and how we can look for sell. As we can see, this one turned to a deeper correction, but there is no much changes. Okay, that means still you want to see whether this one can give us one more drop or not. Okay, but right now we want to see this. How about this one? If this one tend to a correction similar to what I draw here, may change everything, because okay, this is what we need to know. And if we move to 15 minutes, this is what we can see here. Every time the price broke the previous top, not every time, because we didn't have here. We give us one more drop. No, this is what I mentioned based on 1 hour chart. We get this one. May this one give us one move with the breakout of the previous top, then the prices start to drop from there. Because right now we're looking at this. Okay, based on what we have right now, we're looking at this. May this one can give us one move up. Then may the price can drop from there. We want to see whether we can get any down move or not. Okay, first of all, we move to higher time frame. We see what we have based on daily chart. Okay, based on daily chart, this is what we are in. We want to see how we can trade this correction in relative to this move. Okay, in this case, we move to forward chart. We see because it will be more clear based on forward chart. This is what we're looking at. Right now, we are within this correction. We see whether we can put this one in relative to this move or not, or in another way. Can we put this one in relative to this? Okay, this is the best things we can look for. That's mean we're looking for this correction. And what we want to see internally, if you look at this, can we expect for one more drop? We break out of this low, because internally also we can have this flat. Become a bit complex. And we want to see whether this is the one, this is 1, 2, 3, and this is the start of the down move, or also this one can become more complex. Okay, but what we want, if we want to look for buy, the best things is if we get one more drop with the breakout of this low, any reversal from there, we can look for buy, because at that times we can put these two move in relative to each other, including 1, 2, 3. Okay, but first we mentioned about May. This is the first move and this is the correction. When we put this one in relative to this, the indicators doesn't show us the divergence. If you put this one in relative to this, okay, that's why I don't call it ABC. Okay, that's why we move with this two in relative to each other. Okay, now the things is we want to see how we can trade here. Okay, if we move to 1 hour chart, now the things is whether this is the one putting into relative to this, and this is the start of the down move. That means what we have right now, we have this move, including the 1, 2, 3, and now we have a correction. Technically, we can look for one more drop. Okay, how deep it can go, how far high it can go, we are not sure, but as long as the price haven't broke the top, any down move, we can look for sell. And with the breakout of this low, we start to manage what we are expecting. We want the price to break this low. Okay, and even if we move to 15 minutes, that's why we mentioned still we can expect the price move and break the top. Okay, but if the price move a bit higher, then we will have internally correction, and we can look for this. The next move down is better for us to look for trade. Even based on 15 minutes, we see the structure almost complete. Okay, but how about if this one tend to start to drop but as a corrective? May from there we can look for buy. We don't need to look for sell, because if we want the price to drop, what we want the price drop sharp. But if the prices start to drop, if anyone wants to look for sell, they shouldn't sell. Why? Because how about if this one become more complex again with the breakout of the top, then maybe from there we get the down move. That's why if this one start to drop as a corrective, we are not going to look for sell. Maybe we could look for buy. It depends how deep it can go. By the way, we are more interested in the buy rather than the sell. But the best thing is if we want to look for buy, we want to get one more drop to confirm this move is finished. Then any reversal from there, we can look for buy. But traders, whether they want to look for sell or not, no, they can watch this, whether they can get any drop from there. If they get at least with the sharp move of flag, they can look for trade. Okay, by the way, we don't have any trade setup right now. This is what we have is a correction. and the base move is a corrective, we are I mean, we're expecting the price can give us one more drop. In this case, we just follow the chart. If I see any update, I will share. Thanks.